What kinds of events in life forge a long-distance friendship that lasts a lifetime? Maybe the stress of war? Or feeling lonely on an isolated island? Maybe my dad was always destined to be a sailor. After all, he still loves to watch Popeye with me. I can remember hearing his stories about the Galapagos Islands. The islands were home to a great variety of strange species, but the one that gave the sailors the most entertainment was one very ordinary billy goat who loved beer. The beer hall opened at 3 o'clock, and he was always the first in line. He'd stagger around the island and shake his head, and the next day he'd be hung over like you wouldn't believe. The Navy base was on Seymour Island. The job there was to protect the shipping lanes and keep the planes in the air. The rumor was that the Japanese had subjected their troops to survival training on deserted islands, and the goats were an emergency backup food supply. The island looked like a desert of dead trees. It only rained once in 8 months, and then everything sprang to life and turned green. The crew was a very close-knit group, slow to accept the new guys who transferred in. It was in this context that my father became acquainted with a guy named Evan. They called him Cy. The war would be over for almost 50 years before I would actually meet Evan, but I always felt like I knew him through my dad's stories and the annual Christmas letter from Evan, in which the details of his family life had been dutifully recorded. They withstood the initiation of crossing the equator together, and Cy liked to watch Dad play poker. I asked Dad once what it was that caused him to strike up a friendship with Cy, and he just said he was simply an all-around good stand-up kind of guy. They both came home, Dad to Medford, Oregon, and Cy to Barrington, Illinois. But they never forgot about Billy. How lonely he must have been when they all left. Billy, this one's for you.